Hello everybody, welcome. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, we're gonna talk about fear. That's right, it's Motivational Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Where's your fuel at? Fear, and what that means to you. We're gonna talk about it, why it stops you from doing what you need to do. So please stay tuned. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. So you heard the old adage, you have nothing to fear but fear itself. Whether it's personal, whether it's business, you still have fear. Every day you wake up, you have fear. Think about it. Everyone says, well, I don't have problems. Or other people say, I have problems. But all the problems are based on fear. This is what stops you from doing what you need to do in life. It doesn't have to do with business only. This is Stop Struggling Now. We don't talk just business. It's your mindset. Sometimes you're sitting there going, hey, I have a job. We'll talk that way. We have a job. And then you're thinking, well, I'm secure. I have a paycheck to paycheck. I have health coverage or not. I have dental or not. But you at least have the comfort of saying, I have a job. I can show up tomorrow. I have a paycheck in a week or 2 weeks. Versus your fear of doing things on your own. You say, well, there's no guarantee that I have a check coming in. There's no guarantee that I'm going to have any health coverage, dental coverage, vision coverage. But all these things is what's stopping you from doing what you want to do in life because of your comfort zone. Everybody has a different comfort zone. An entrepreneur, a person that wants to do their own business, person that wants to do social media marketing, they have to have a level of no fear because they're going for their dreams. They're going for it without knowing how much they're going to make, when they're going to make any money, how they're going to pay their bills. So you take your choice. What are you fearing? Can you get rid of the fear? Everybody has fear. When you start out as a child, you have no fear. When somebody says the stove is hot, you got to check it out. You just don't believe it. When they say that kettle is hot after you got hot water, you got to find out. When you're starting to walk, you don't sit there and say, well, I fell down one time, so now I'm fearful of getting up and trying to walk again. You don't think nothing about that. You're just saying, I have no fear. Because as a kid, nobody's taught you to fear anything. Nobody told you that there's certain things in life that you can or cannot do. 90% of the planet. They're just playing it safe zone, trying to survive. And then they build up the fears based on your past history. Come on. Past does not mean the present, nor does that mean the future. But holding on to the past, bringing forth your fear, means that might stop you from doing what you need to do. You can do whatever you want to do, except, do you have the guts? Do you have the cojones? Come on. This is Stop Struggling Now. This is Motivational Day. Get up off your couch. Get up your workplace. Stand around. Look around. What do you got going on? What do you have to fear? What? That you fail at something? You ain't never been terminated before? You never been fired? What's wrong here? What? Come on now. What do you have to fear? Okay, you never started a business before, right? What does that mean? At least you can try. Why would you be fearful of doing that? You fearful of getting up, walking around today? No. Why? Because that's nature. That's your style. That's the way you live. You walk around and you know you can walk around. But you ever have people that you know fear of heights, fear of flying? The same thing holds true. While you may not have fear of heights or fear of flying, you're looking at that person going, man, that's kind of strange. Why would they have fear of this? And in fact, you might be a person that has flown before, like my mom, all over the world, and yet now as she's older, she has fear of flying. Why? Fear, like I said, stops you from doing a lot of things for no apparent reason. So once you get over your fear, then you can go for everything you want in life. Because just because 90% of the planet works for somebody else doesn't mean you have to. Just because there's only 3,000 billionaires on the planet doesn't mean you have to be 7.5 billion other people who are not. So this is about fear today. This is about you getting off the couch. This is about you working at your workplace, looking around and saying, doggone it, where am I going to be in 2 years? Where am I going to be in 5 years? You don't know if you work for somebody else, nor do you know where you're going to be in 5 years if you work for yourself. It's all a risk. But how much risk are you willing to take to be on your own? Being able to be wherever you want on the planet. Any of y'all been watching that Work Hard, Play Hard series that I've been posting up? It hasn't been videos, it's pictures. There's a community tab here on YouTube. I've been posting a little thing there on our Facebook group, on our Twitter, on Instagram. I've been posting pictures lately, calling it the Work Hard, Play Hard series, just so you guys know you can be anywhere on the planet and work, especially when you have the internet at your disposal. And quite frankly, only in America do we have this nonsense about internet. So your fear of saying, well, what if I'm not in America? Your fear of, what else can I do? There is no fear. Just do it. That Nike logo, just do it. That's what they mean. Just do it. What do you have to be fearful of? All you have to do, put in the work, put in your hard work, put in the hard time, energy, and effort, the perseverance. You know what it is. That's why people are fearful. They're saying, can I do this for 6 hours a day, 2 hours a day? Hell. All these people going to work right now. You could be at work right now. What are you afraid of? You sitting there giving them 40 hours, 50 hours a week, plus the hour, 45 minutes to and from work. And you don't give a damn. You ain't scared of nothing. You don't even trip about, hey, they might come in here and fire me today. You're not fearful of none of that. Why? Because you know people that work there for 20 years. You know people that work there for 25 years, 15 years, 10 years. So you're not fearful that they're going to walk in the door and say, you're fired. But if all of a sudden they started doing that, your fear level would start rising. You'd be like, oh my God, they're firing people around here left and right. Now you would be scared to be showing up to work and messing up. Think about it. If you never could walk, then you would be fearful saying, I can't walk. But think about it, when you're a kid, you're taking all these chances. You're jumping off roofs. You're riding your bike around foolishly, thinking you're indestructible. Not until you get a little bit older that you realize, oh, I could have broken a bone, or you did break bones. Then you start thinking, oh my God, now I'm fearful of doing all those stupid things that I did when I was a kid. Now you're fearful, but back then you weren't. And the same thing applies right now. You're an adult. You're 18 or over, let's say. And you're sitting there listening to all these adults that sit there for a lifetime saying, go to school, get an education, you'll have a great job. How many of you out there are sitting there going, oh, I got a $50,000, $100,000, $120,000 educational loan. And now you get out and you find out, oh shoot, they're only gonna pay me $30,000 a year, $40,000 a year. How am I going to pay back these loans? You've been scammed. Some of you have felt that way. Some of you have passed it and said, all right, this was the best thing since sliced bread. I got my degree. I have a well-paying job, but that was all the hype when I was growing up. Go to college, get an education. You'll have a well-paying job. We have all the stats on it where you make more money if you're a college-educated person. Right. But this is why they had to monetize it. This is why they had to make sure that they had you locked up, locked down like a slave. And I don't like using that term, but that is what the term is. You know why? Because every day you got bills to pay. So that makes you have to work somewhere. You just can't sit around and say, hey, I have a house and it's free and clear, because guess what? They got you taxed up. They got you watered up. They got you electrical up. The HOA got you locked down. Try and not pay these guys and see what happens. In some states, they'll put a lien against your house and take your house for simply not paying your HOA fees. Try not paying your taxes. You might have a tax lien, and then in some states, they'll take your property after 2 or 3 years of not paying taxes. That's right, you don't own nothing in reality. And you're fearful of what? Oh yeah, fear. Come on. Stop being scared. Stop being fearful. Stop stopping yourself from doing what you want to do. Just because all you're thinking about is we live in America and it's all about money. It ain't all about money. There's a whole world out here. Did you happen to know that 50%, 60% of the world makes less than $10 a day? And here we are in America where people have a minimum wage of $7, $8, $9. Some people have $12, $15 an hour jobs and can't make ends meet. But this is why immigrants come here. They're not fearful. After you make $2 a day, what are you scared of? That's why all these immigrants come over here with no money. They just show up on the shores going, well, we'll make it, because all these guys are giving away $10, $12, $15 hour a day jobs. We work for $2.50 a day, $3 a day, $10 a day in the rest of the world. That's why they have no fear when they come here. That's why you sit around and go, hey, how come these immigrants, they move up the ladder real quick? You know why? Here's their fear. Living in shacks, dirt rooms. You know what I'm saying? No electricity, no running water. And you're sitting over here with all the conveniences of life and going, I got fear. And here these people are taking boats, traveling 7, 8, 10,000 miles across the seas with just what's the clothes on their backs, family around them, and trying to get to America. And here we are in America and you're talking about I'm scared. I'm fearful. I can't do nothing because of these naysayers, these other people, these people who have worked somewhere for 20 years going, play it safe, kid. Don't do anything out the ordinary, kid. Work for 40 years, kid. Maybe you'll have some retirement, kid. Come on. Enough of this nonsense. So with that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. And yeah, this is a little more animated, but I appreciate your support. So please, like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And it's hard out here. That's why this channel's coming to you. So please share. And I don't have nothing else to say today. So keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.